Houses are popular at kids' birthday parties, parks, festivals, but you've probably never thought twice about letting your children play inside.
Yeah, the results of a Five on Your Side investigation may change your mind. Investigator Sarah Buttison uncovered serious concerns about inflatable bounce houses and joins us now live.
Used and operated correctly, inflatable bouncers can be safe, but we did some digging and found an alarming increase in injuries and loopholes in the laws.
Oh my God.
The videos are all over the internet.
Get out, it's coming down.
Inflatable bouncers blowing away, collapsing, and keeling over with dangerous consequences.
Hello, my name's Cassie and I'm 5.
Cassie Stapleton has few memories of the accident
It's these two bones.
that her mom Becky will never forget.
It was really scary.
Cassie was 2 when she and her dad climbed onto an inflatable slide.
They went down together, and when they landed, they both bounced up and he landed on her arm.
Cassie went into shock and was rushed to Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus.
If the floor is soft and the sides are soft, people don't really think that it's dangerous.
No one really knew the magnitude of the problem.
A spike in cases like Cassie's sparked Nationwide Center for Injury Research and Policy to study inflatable bouncer injuries to children. The results, they increased 1,500% between 1995 and 2010.
That's an injury epidemic by any definition.
Spokesperson Tracy Meehan says inflatable bouncers sent more than 60,000 children to emergency departments during those 15 years, 30 children a day in 2010 alone.
They are much more available now than they used to be. People can buy them and use them in their homes. There are now indoor parks.
The injuries are occasionally fatal. We found inflatable bouncers have been blamed for several deaths, including 2 in Ohio.
There isn't a day that doesn't go by that I don't miss him or grieve for him or want him here.
Kim Johnson's husband Doug was killed in 2010 when this inflatable slide collapsed on top of him outside a Cleveland Indians game. But in spite of the big increase in injuries, News Channel 5 investigators also found there are no federal regulations for inflatable bouncers.
Just hook it up.
Ohio does regulate the industry, inspecting operators like Tony Kalani once a year.
When the inspector comes out, I have to go set up all my units so he sees them functioning.
But he called the state to notify them when he started his business. He says anyone could buy a bouncer and rent it out without being inspected.
That is one of the problems out there. A lot of the people, if you see on Craigslist, first they won't have a commercial grade bouncer like this. They'll have one that's meant for the backyard.
I think the bounce house industry has a lot of people that are extremely passionate about safety.
Jim Shea says the rules are adequate. He's with ASTM International, an organization that creates standards for thousands of products, including inflatable bouncers.
These are very dynamic standards. They're constantly being evaluated. They're constantly being improved.
Though voluntary, he says manufacturers and operators usually follow ASTM standards. Last year, Ohio conducted more than 2,000 inflatable bouncer inspections and discovered only 9 violations.
If they're used widely, then people who go to the facilities that have these products can be confident that they're being operated safely.
What is this?
A calf.
Cassie completely recovered from her broken arm, but the accident and incidents like this have Becky convinced parents should consider the consequences before letting their kids play on inflatable bouncers.
I would tell them to think twice.
There are ways you could keep your kids safer on inflatable bouncers. Ask to see the state inspection sticker on the bouncer. Make sure the kids inside the bouncer are the same age and size. And remember that a bouncer is not a babysitter. An adult should be supervising at all times. On your side, I'm investigator Sarah Buttison, News Channel 5.